Good morning, Brennan here, Bullet Wanderer Riding School, and welcome back to the channel. Now today is a special day because I'm getting back in the saddle. Now a lot of you young folks watching will say to me, well, Brennan, aren't you in the saddle right now? And while that's true, here on the fine steed, the Honda CB500X Bambi, well, to that all I gotta say is, Bambi, you're a fine girl. What a good looking bike you would be. But I have got a promise to keep with an old friend. 500 old friends, 500 horses to be exact. Now I know what you're gonna say, Brendan. Bambi, CB500X, that's 500 cc's, is it not? And I can't comment on that, but I'm talking about a 500 single cylinder. Now, single cylinder, what bike does that make me think of? Well, she's a 2016 model of a 19... What are you doing, buddy? Oh boy. Of a 1952 machine. I'm of course talking about dear old Daisy Bell. Now it's been a long time since Daisy Bell's been on the channel, and it's been about the same amount of time since I've actually taking her for a spin. So Papa, he's got the new tires on. In the end, I listened to all the comments. Most people were saying, Brandon, you got to go with the K70s. Now K70s are from Dunlop, a reputable Scottish brand, I believe, originally, or at least the surname Dunlop makes me think of Scotland. So I went with a pair of them. Now the front me-test tire, that's lasted 2.5 of the rear me-test tires. I've got my indicators on here. And to be honest with you, she still had a lot of meat on her, so you know what I say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we've left that one off for now. Now I do have a matching Dunlop K70 for the front tire too, but for now the rear tire was the biggest problem. You know, had a flat on it, the tread was very thin, mighty thin, probably within the legal limit, but needed changed. So today's gonna be my first time riding Daisy Bell Bullet 500 with the K70s on, so we went with 3.5 for the rear wheel and 3.25 for the front wheel. Now that's very skinny. Now the me-test rear wheel was 4, I think that's inches across the way, and that felt mighty skinny. So we're going to see how nimble she's going to be with these 3.5 in the rear tire specs. I should not have gone through town. It's nearly St. Paddy's Day. It's also the 4th year anniversary of the channel, because my first video, if you'll remember, going to Burnchurch Castle back in Kilkenny, that was uploaded, or at least made, on St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if it was uploaded that day, but I'll link it there and we'll see how far I've come since then. But enough jibber jabber. You're just wanting to see dear old Daisy Bell, me being back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, with a Longhorn cattle feed and the old some gypsum weed. I'll be back in the saddle again. So let me cut to it, and we'll get Daisy Bell fired up, and we're going to take her for a spin out to Tramore. It's a quick shout out to my friend Heather of Heather and Ross. It's Heather's birthday today, so I'm going to pick her up a nice bottle of gin somewhere, drop that over, go out for pints later. That won't be part of this video now, but it should be a good day. The weather is okay, and I'll hop on Daisy and I'll tell you what's the story. And I'll talk to you in a few. Just gotta concentrate here. Nice bike. Anyways, talk to you in a minute.
Start, Brendan.
You need to pull in the clutch.
Shouldn't have to, should I?
She's
That's strange.
She's funny. Wait, kick the side stand in a little. There you go.
Ah,
Yeah.
We need to oil that.
Yeah, she's funny like that. Give her a little rev. Okay. Hey, oh, right, so the new tyres are on the Bullet. So we've got the Dunlop K70s on the rear tyre. 3.5 inches in width. Now, it's important to get the right procedure going. As an ex-policeman, I know everything about procedures. So, first you kick in your side stand, like that. You take out your kick. It's important to prime the engine. And with one good kick, away she goes. Right, petrol. Right. Enough of the accents. Here we are, back to the channel, back to what we're good for. We're wandering on old Daisy Bell. Although this is more a test to see how she's feeling. So, she hasn't been driven since about October, I'd say. She's just been sitting in the garage waiting for her life to come back. New tyre feels... well, she feels nimble. It's been a while, so I gotta get reacquainted with my old gal, Daisy Bell. She sounds good though to me. So what's the plan? Let's wait till we're on the nice country road. Once we get to that dual carriageway bit, we're gonna be Gucci. Take her up through all the gears. Here we go. Sorry, horse. She's slow as molasses, but she's my slow as molasses. I'm used to the zip zap of the Honda CB500X, but you know, for 2 years all the bikes that I rode was this bike, and that was never a problem to me. I mean, we toured across France, across the Alps, down to Lake Garda and back, and then some. This is my happy spot. She just needs to get used to being alive again. Yeah, you're grand, Daisy. You are grand, but you need petrol. Welcome back to Tramore, Daisy. Going well, although it's been a bit slow on the way down. No idea why. We'll take the view down by the seaside. Woo! God, she's very swooshable. Swooshable. She is very swooshable. I always forget how nimble she is, and especially now these tyres are thin. The front one is the Mitas H02, which has done God knows how many kilometers compared to using 2 of her rear counterpart. Compared to using 2 of her rear counterpart. The rear wheel is a Dunlop K70, as many people recommended. Now some people might say you should swap both tyres at once, but there's so much meat left on the front tyres, it feels like a shame to get rid of them already, you know? I'd say they probably have enough for one of the Dunlop K70s. That's my estimate. We'll get back to you now later on in the year and we'll see how she did. But yeah, let me wait till we get to the seaside views of sunny Tramore. Bullet is just a fun bike to use, you know? You're just woo, woo, woo. Plus there's all that new tyre gunk on them, so if anyone asks, that's why I'm doing this stuff. Now that lovely building there, can you guess what that is? The one with the spire on it? There's one in every town in Ireland. Well, at least one in every town of Ireland. There's usually several actually. Since I'd say the Middle Ages. Any guesses? Any guesses? I'll tell you what it is when we pass around the front of it. Final chance for a guess. It's a public toilet. It's a good looking public toilet, but that's all it is. You thought I was going to say it was a church. Now we're passing by Tramore's premier biker hangout spot, which is Sandcastle Cafe. A friend of mine, Adele, works here, so shout out to Adele. Hello, if you're working there. Hope work's going well. Plenty of bikers out today. Hello. No one of my own ilk, but good to see the people. The weather's finally taking a turn for the better, and now I really hope we have a dry April, because in April it's the return of Name for Name's Irish Adventure Part 2, actually on the road this time. Working title, I'm sure I'll come up with a better one by the time. You can go. I'm sure I will come up with a better one by the time he gets over here, or by the time we're done, whichever comes first. So we're doing the Wild Atlantic Way. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a week in April, starting off in Kilkenny. Well, starting off in Rosslare, Europort, where I meet him one of the days. And then we're driving up to Kilkenny for the night, just to get him used to the Irish roads. Going up to Westport, finagling around Westport for the day. Then we're heading down Galway, past Galway, to a little town called Lahinch, is it? Or no, Kinvara, that's where we're staying that night. Then after Kinvara, we're heading down the coast of Clare. Gonna have a look at the cliffs of Moher finally, because in the last video I took out on Daisy on, I think I said, join us tomorrow for more stuff, and in that particular case we did not. Hello, who's this? We did not manage to go to the cliffs of Moher the next day. So this time we will. And then from Cliffs of Moher down to, maybe push all the way down to Dingle, and then do Slay Head the next day. Gotta show Name the real Ireland, the real Atlantic Way, you know. It's about time that Daisy's done it. She's only done little spits of it now and then, but she's never done a decent chunk, you know. I love that part of the country, and on a bullet like this, a bike like this, the Bullet, a slow coach, a beautifully slow machine. It's a better road is hard to find. Now, how's Daisy feeling? She's feeling good, I think anyways. This is the first time she's been driven properly in God knows how long. Little burps here and there, but that's part of the charm of the old machine. I don't fault her for it. I love her for it. There used to be an annoying speed bump here a few months ago, last time I was riding Daisy, so it's nice that it's gone. It's nice to just flog it up the hill here. Hello, puppy. So any suggestions for what me and Name to do? I mean, we do have a game plan. My dad was very kind and laid out a map of the route he thinks that we should take and a couple of spots we should stop off at. Main thing Name wants to do is see the Cliffs of Moher, so that's priority number one. Everything else is superfluous. I'm looking forward to it. Daisy, are you looking forward to it? You're back to life. She's returned for season 5. I think it's season 5 of Bullet Wanderer. Season 4 was a bit lackluster. Was it 4 or was it 3? I don't think you can go up that way, boy. God, she's lovely. I love her sound. You'd miss it. Now, I haven't stood up on the pegs in however long. Feels good, feels good. Hopefully the camera angle's alright now. This is kind of a test on the camera again because it's been a while and I forget what angle to put it at. Is there enough view of the bike to the road ratio? For me it's about 1/3 to 2/3. You know, I like you to see her speedometer and her fuel gauge. Now this is a nice road in Tramore if you ever hear the coast road. Vroom! Okay. Hands free, she's not veering off to the right so much. Now she is, but not as much as she used to. Alright, Daisy. Let me hear you sing. Now you can really lean a bullet. You're going to hit first is your brake peg there. Mine has plenty of scrapes in it. And so does this exhaust. Woo! Oh yeah, she's kind of loosening up now. She was a little stiff at first, but she's loosening up now. She's feeling good. Let's lean to the right, thank you. Yep. Don't want to lean too much with the camber of the road. She's feeling a bit better. She's like, bam, I'm alive. Let's go, baby. And the second she is, we get stuck behind slow cars, but it's no matter. We don't mind, do we? We just get on with it. Ain't no sense complaining. This is the Guillemine. I mean, if you're a long-term fan of the channel, you've seen this view a couple of times. Would I stop off? Nah, there's no coffee. I'm gonna keep going. Now, in terms of air pressure in the K70s, burp, I gave her 2.2 bar in the rear, which is about 34 psi, something like that. That was judging off what people online were saying, but you might have different experience, so let me know what you think. Be very handy, because I think it was a good 12 people said they'd recommend a Dunlop K70, so I had to go with them this time. So we're going to see how many miles we get out of them. So currently we're 3,600 kilometers, we'll say, and when I change them we'll see. So 3,600 kilometers starting, and whatever we finish at, we'll see what the longevity out of a rear Dunlop K70 3.5 inch tyre is. Just what a bike. You can't beat the Bullet. You can beat it on several things such as speed and acceleration, but on charm, not so sure. Squeaky. Right, got the gin, dropped it off. Happy birthday, Heather, again. Didn't film that because you don't need to see everything. Meteor. Oh, sorry Daisy, that's too low a gear. Anyways, just a beautiful day. I think I'll wrap up the video here because I don't have much more to say, but Daisy is feeling nice. She's kind of loosened up a bit. Rear tire is good. Now it's about the same width as a front tire. I don't know if on such a low speed machine that's going to affect handling mechanics or not, or if that's just fine and I'm overthinking things, or am I underthinking things? You tell me. But for now she feels fine, and like I've been taking her up to her top speed that I would generally be doing and dipping her and all that kind of stuff, and it feels fine. So I think it's okay. Granted, 40 minutes riding is not much of a test, but it does feel fine. It'll be grand either way. I don't want to get in beside that car. Make sure he's going to the right. Oh, I need to get petrol first. So annoying. But let me get petrol. Well, no, I'm just gonna say bye to you now. Okay, sorry. I'm not used to doing videos anymore. I'm not used to blabbing on camera. But have a good rest of your day. Let me know what you think about the Irish trip. K70 is good. Oh, I did get a new helmet, but it was too big for me, so I sent it back to the shop to get an exchange for a slightly smaller one. I went with the HJC V10, but you'll see that in the next video, hopefully. think I was getting a phone call there. Okay, I'm getting petrol. I'll see you in the next video. Sorry, I swallowed the the dead cat. Blah. That's horrible. Ugh. Okay, talk to you next time. Bye.